welcome to Hack the Dino, you. I'm pointing to you. You look great, by the way. Your fortnightly pop culture podcast coming to you live, or live, however you read, at Greenlight Comics. What am I doing? I'm Ben Rosenthal, your co-host, and alongside me over there is Mr. Dan McGuinness, the owner of Greenlight Comics.
Hello.
You're looking great today, Dan.
Thanks, I feel great.
Your scaly grey skin is fantastic.
I don't have scaly grey skin, I'm just feeling a bit under the weather because I've been sick for like the last couple of days, and I decided to come into work anyway. I'm not sick now, I'm just like in the after effects. But we'll do this, and for the sake of the show.
For the sake of the show, that's the kind of dedication you have here on Hack the Dino. Even though he's on his deathbed, he's here. In fact, he's probably dead, and I'm just got some pulley systems rigged up, moving his arms and his face like Bernie at Weekend at Bernie's. Hey, Brayden, you know what Weekend at Bernie's is?
I do, actually.
We got an intern. We got a millennial. We found one in the wild, and I captured him in a bowl like a Pokemon's.
How did we capture him? What was the bait to catch a millennial?
Celine.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
We made him promises of all the Wi-Fi he could download, and he's here now, and he's making it
one of those little free Wi-Fi signs under a cardboard box with a stick under it. And then like the next morning we came out and Brayden was just stuck under the box, and we're like, "You're working for
camera equipment." Like,
that's right.
All his camera equipment.
So Brayden's going to be doing a lot of cool things that you'll be able to see with your eye lasers, and if you don't have eye lasers, probably just your regular old retina. Speaking of retinas, we have a returning guest. You have retinas. Hi, Harry.
how you going?
Good. What's going down in Wrestletown?
Wrestletown.
Now, for those of you who don't remember Harry's last appearance, which, funnily enough, was a year ago this week, you were first on.
Wow.
You're a professional wrestler here in Adelaide, South Australia.
I am.
Harry Havoc Mills.
Havoc. That's
Havoc, the hardcore legend.
What do you wear?
Tights.
I wear tights now,
what colour
unfortunately. Black.
So you used to either
Black with red.
But what did you used to wear like 20 years ago when you first started?
Like pants with flames on them.
Yeah!
Tops with flames on them. Then I got these tights.
You're
My first pair of
Ed
tights.
Hardy wrestler?
Yeah, my tights had flames on them. Yeah, so...
Whoa.
And we got a big show coming up this weekend, right? On the 20th?
20th Saturday at the Waterside Workers Hall in Port Adelaide. Show starts 7:30. I reckon.
That's you made your debut there?
No, debut was somewhere else, but
right.
But that's wrestled there for many years when I first started wrestling. Great venue. I hear they've done it up now too.
Awesome.
Wrestle Rampage's first show of the year.
I'll be there as well doing talky words.
Talky words.
Look forward to that.
Because you are what's your?
I'm a commentator.
Commentator.
Meaning I talk about the wrestling as I see it, but I'm actually
an evil commentator.
Yeah, a colour commentator, which means I don't actually talk about the wrestling moves. I talk about the storylines attached.
You put moves on the wrestlers.
That's right. So we've got a pretty awesome show. This is episode 34 of Hack the Dino.
Yep.
We've been doing this for 34 episodes.
34 years.
Which times by 2 is 68, which is over a year for those of you with maths. On this show, we're going to talk about who was the #1 comic book company last year. Those figures have just come out, and there's a surprising bit of facts. So stay in your seat or car.
I actually have some of those facts as well.
Do you?
I get
you mean by owning a comic store, you get insider information?
The distributors send you all the market shares for all the companies.
Wow. Okay.
I can discuss them. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I can.
No, do it. They don't listen or watch, whatever.
I'm getting a call from Jim Lee.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yep. And then CB Sabluski will call up, and he'll pitch another series to you. We're also going to be talking about the obviously new video game and comic book news which is coming out. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about a little thing that was announced just the other day. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Nintendo Labo Calrissian. That spaceman from Star Wars is now coming to Nintendo with all his Star Wars powers. And they're all going to build cardboard lightsabers and drive around their cardboard Falcons.
What does Labo mean?
I don't know.
I thought it was a Labo dog.
Labo, well, maybe it is. Maybe you make a dog. Anyway, for those of you who hadn't seen it, it is a contraption in which you get a piece of cardboard and you fold it up and it makes a robot and you put your switch in there and you go around doing some stuff.
You even have to dial it back further if people don't understand. It's still not going to make any sense to them. Basically, all the peripherals for Nintendo Switch have come out as flat packed cardboard that you can make up yourself.
Yeah.
And decorate with textures.
Yeah, which is cool. And we will say this, for those of you who didn't see the press release beforehand, it said it's for kids. For kids and for those who are kids at heart. So, if you're not a kid, there's a good chance that this kid-aimed product won't be for you, but for your kid.
I'm still allowed to hate it.
Yeah, but that's because you hate everything.
Not everything.
No, what do you hate about it?
I remember you hated the
Be the
Switch
voice.
last show.
Yeah.
Be the voice of the internet.
I still don't.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Well, I suppose I want Nintendo to bring out things that I want.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like it.
Wasn't that a meme?
The internet, ladies and gentlemen. Harry is you.
But I'm honest.
Honest.
I want things that I like. I don't like it. I'm
Honestly,
angry.
I looked at it and I first thought, that's a bit silly, but then I thought about it more and then I was like, this is growing on me. And then I'm like, you know what? It's not meant for me, so I don't care about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Pokemon.
Wait, hang on. Just ease up on your, animated cockfighting there. For me, I watched and went, no. Because even having Technic Lego as a kid, I couldn't stand it because I'm not engineer-minded. And, them opening up that robot pack that you're wearing.
Oh, yeah,
the VR set, there's all these cogs and wire. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I want to play video games so I can sit there and just go do. I don't want to have to sit there going, and it's for kids, but my kid's going to be in the next room hearing me swear at this inanimate object. You didn't think about that, did you, Nintendo?
Well, the kids are going to make it, not you.
I don't know.
Made a string and
Did you see how many cogs there were?
Have you seen the instructions though? They're pretty simple.
I did see them. And what happens if you got pets? You got a pet?
Yeah, I got a cat. It'll scratch it all up.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, how long do you
My
think
cat
it'll
loves
last for a
cardboard.
kid playing with it?
That's true.
The kid's going to play for it for 5 seconds and go,
And they
I
spill
want a new one.
Here's $80.
Spill a drink on your rod, and you've got a soggy rod all of a sudden.
I hate a soggy rod.
Yeah.
Catch no fish with a soggy rod.
Oh, what a start to this first ever professional YouTube
Video.
Thoughts? I think it's alright. It's Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo are no strangers to trying to do something new. They had the card reader where you got 50 cards and had to swipe each one through your Game Boy, and then you got the original Mario Brothers.
It's pretty much the most unique thing I've ever seen a big scale console do. I was looking at it going, whoa, could you imagine Sony and Xbox watching this right now and just going oh no, we don't even know what we think of this.
They will do exactly what they've done for the past 15 years and just
Copy
go,
it.
oh, Nintendo, you silly man. That's not the future of gaming. And then, 5 years down the line, they'll go, oh, actually.
Theirs will come out
this is called the Card Bros.
No, theirs will be flat pack, plastic you put together. It's different.
It's different. It's a 3D printer. We print out the cogs and
we'll do it. It'll come
your
out.
kid goes in it. It's like a mech. And, actually, that'd be pretty sweet.
You cut your wrist, and you put the blood in it, and you mix it up. You make
your own blood. Like kids watching, screaming, "Daddy, don't hurt yourself."
Oh.
So let's change subject. One thing I did want to bring up, a year ago when you were on, Harry, the title of the episode, you can go back and look it up, I think it was episode 7. It was Why the Switch Will Suck. That was the title of the episode.
By Harry and Dan.
Where throughout the course of the hour, Harry and Dan spoke to me and told me how much this Nintendo system was going to fail and there's going to be no third-party support and you're not going to be able to play any games at all.
I don't believe we said about third-party support.
I'm not sure I said it would fail either.
No, I'm pretty sure you both did. What I would like to ask now, in front of the whole dozens of viewers we have, is raise your hand if you now, at this very moment, own a Nintendo Switch.
Sweet.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
All three.
The internet. So what made
For
you
the
guys...
people who can't see what just happened, all three of us raised our hands.
That's right, we're also a podcast. Here on HackTheDino.com.
I have a Nintendo Switch. I've had one for 4 days now.
Yep.
4 or 5 days.
You have to excuse the background. There's
a murder happening.
We're
in the alley. Bruce Wayne's parents just died again.
What made you decide to get a Switch?
I was just sick and tired of everyone telling me how good Zelda was.
Yep, fair enough.
And I got it.
And you got a Wii U?
What?
You don't have a Wii U?
I do. I got a Wii.
So why didn't you get Breath of the Wild on there?
Because I knew I can't play anything where I know there's a better version of it out there somewhere.
Ah, right. But you were complaining about the graphics.
No, what was happening? I was waiting for enough games to come out for me to buy a console, which I did for all of them. So eventually, Mario Rabbids came out, Mario Odyssey came out, Zelda came out, Disgaea 5, whatever. And I'm like, 4 games is enough for me. So like,
right. You looked at the indie games catalogue yet?
As in like the online store?
Yeah.
No?
There's some awesome games on there.
I'm sure there is.
Blaster Master Zero. One that I want to talk about a bit later is Hiragani Pixel Party, which is you learning. It's a beat rhythm game where you're a little 2-bit character on an infinite running loop, and the katakana and hiragana letters come up, and you have to jump them. And my goodness, are they building a dinosaur out there?
Oh, outside? No, they're erecting a stand for all of our fans to look to.
Oh,
to
of
watch.
course, holding them back, the barricades. Harry, what made you change your mind?
It was Christmas. I had spending money.
Yep.
I thought about getting a PlayStation VR, but it's just the sort of thing I'd want to try before I bought it.
Yep.
They're great.
Dan's got one.
Yeah, I think I might get one. And I spent a day looking around for what Christmas thing am I going to buy? And I wanted nothing. And I went, what am I going to do with this money?
You got any bills?
I'll get a Switch. So that's pretty much how I got it.
Oh, for those of you listening to the podcast, Harry had the most disappointed look on his face then. If we can get a close-up of that, just when he admits that. Look, just look at it. Just look at
it's a mix of disappointment and disgust in myself.
So pretty much the standard for you.
Yeah, for just about everything.
But in all seriousness, have you enjoyed the time you've had with it? Because you've mentioned to me that you enjoy going to bed and just playing 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, so what I've found that it is useful for me is if I've, say, got to go to an appointment and I'm waiting for that.
Yep.
If I just want to chill with 15 minutes of games before bed, it's good for that.
Yeah, you can turn it off, start it. You don't even have to turn it off. You just
and you're straight back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so instant.
If I want to sit down and play a session of gaming, no.
Yep.
It's too small and finicky for me.
Yep.
The sticks don't feel
Put on
right.
the telly.
It looks terrible on a television.
It looks fine
to me.
Yep.
But I've got 4K monitor, Xbox One X.
Harry's a tech head.
I love...
So the better the
graphics.
TV, the worse it looks.
Yeah, but anyway. Like Zelda is still a pixelated mess on a TV. Skyrim looked disgusting. Mario Odyssey looked alright. It runs games better than I thought it would.
Yep.
It looks pretty good in handheld mode.
Yep.
Looking forward at all the upcoming games and everything, I'm thinking, should I have got this because there's nothing I want to play.
I'm talking about Lado's coming in. Labo. Lando will be here soon.
Oh, so excited for that.
Lobo.
I could use it to start a fire. Maybe.
Lobotomy will be here with all their cardboard tools to insert up your nostrils.
I can't say that excites me, but
no.
I'm waiting for Metroid 4.
Yep, that'll be
Is
out
that
soon.
on the Switch?
Yeah, it was coming.
So
Metroid Prime.
There's one game I'm interested in.
Yep. What about Pokemons?
Nah.
You like the Pokemans?
I played 2 of the Game Boy ones extensively, and now I'm kind of bored of them.
Well, they'll change it up.
Maybe
they might not.
Maybe an open world RPG Pokemon game I'd
get into. Please.
But Zelda I got kind of bored of. I might go back and play it here and there because you can just jump in, play, jump out.
Yeah. Did you get the DLC?
No, I haven't even finished the regular.
Why would you? Yeah,
because it's awesome.
So in the end, like if I didn't have a Switch tomorrow, I wouldn't care.
Right.
But it suits me in little times here and there.
But the point is, these two own Switches, so I won. Ben is the winner.
Wait, Brayden, do you have a Switch?
Yes, see? 4 from 4.
All 4. So, not old men and millennials.
See, it's how we...
Have
the Switch is the great unifier. We all hug each other with our Switches.
They can all be childs.
We should probably get on to the news because we're 15 minutes in and we talk about the Switch a lot. So there will be a Monster Hunter PS4 Pro being released to come out with Monster Hunter World. Now, you and I both bought a Wii U the same day with the Monster Hunter game, got home that night, set up the Wii U, went on the conference, ready to play, and we just both sat there going, oh, yeah. Oh, and I've not played it since then.
No, neither have I. And I've tried the demo for this, and I think it'd be much the same for me.
Just a JRPG.
It just doesn't do it for me. I get on more into Western games.
I do like my JRPGs.
Yeah.
But Monster Hunter didn't meld very well with me. It was you went into it, and not growing up with it.
Yep.
I just went in and I went, oh, what's this? What are these little cat people and stuff like that? And how do I make this weapon better? I'm like, I have to learn how to cook or whatever. I was like,
when I
just got too overwhelmed with how much it was. They didn't ease you into it at all. It was like,
when I first played Chrono Trigger, it was the first time I'd ever played a JRPG, and it just hit me, and I loved it and just played it. I didn't understand the premise of upgrading your armor or your magic or your weapons, so I went through the whole game with just the basic stuff you're given at the start of the game. The fight with Lavos at the end seriously took me about 2.5 hours.
Takes more than 10 minutes.
2.5 hours to defeat that final boss. And because two of my guys, you got a party of 3, two of my guys were just healing the party every turn. So I just had Chrono just doing his lightning strike again and again and again, just chipping away. But I finished it. And then I've gone back and got 4 out of the 13 endings. So,
man, imagine it. That's like a YouTube endurance run.
Yeah.
Not upgrading your characters through the whole game.
Speaking of enduring, Street Fighter V Arcade Edition came out, and I'm happy to say that game is finally finished.
How many years did that take?
A year and a half. We finally got a full game, and it's great. It's seriously
shame, Capcom.
But now it's really, really good. They've brought awesome characters in. The levels look amazing, and the gameplay is really, really fluid. I go on there, and I get my ass kicked in about 2 seconds now. It's fantastic.
But it should have been just the game they brought out.
Well, it should have been, but they've got a story through each of them.
Persisted.
They have Street Fighter 1 and Street Fighter Alpha and Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5 arcade modes. So you've got a select pool of fighters who you can choose, and you fight the characters from that game. And then you get brand new finishing screens by the Udon artists. Australia's own Chumba, Jeffrey Chumba. Sorry, Jeffrey, I know you're a listener. He did the Rainbow Mika ending.
Yep.
So there's lots there to do. There's team battle modes, and they've also got a thing where you can see the hitboxes and how vulnerable you are after certain attacks in a training mode. So it's for the Evo players. It's for the pro players.
Which I'm not.
Nor am I, and I never will be. But the fact that they've given that much thought to it, and each update has been substantial. And if you own Street Fighter V already, you get it for free. It's a free update. Yours. Here you go. Thanks for sticking with us.
I reckon I own that somewhere.
Well,
Xbox.
Pop it in and
Xbox One.
Xbox One.
No, Xbox 360.
It wouldn't be on the 360 or on the Xbox because it was exclusive to PlayStation and PC. So you're a liar.
Yeah, it's one of them. I do own a Street Fighter.
Rumours out that 25th anniversary of NBA Jam game is on the way.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That would be rad.
I'd play some of that.
But would it?
Well, yeah.
Are they going to change it?
Why would you?
Just update the graphics a little bit, maybe.
Did you ever play the Wii version of NBA Jam?
No.
That was awkward because they used motion controllers. Oh, boom!
That would be terrible.
It was.
There's a game on the arcade machine here called Street Hoops, which is a total just clone of NBA Jam.
Awesome.
But in the street.
Do you remember NBA Jam Tournament Edition? How the demo rolled and it had the 2 cheerleaders, the Lakers cheerleaders there looking at it?
Yeah.
One of them was Kerry Hoskins, a.k.a. Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat 2 or 3? 3.
I think it was 3.
3 onwards.
Such trivia.
Yeah. You can stick that in your trivia hats and keep it for a time where you need to have trivia and go, thanks, Ben, and hold it up aloft and I'll hear you.
And then people will lift you above the crowd like you're some sort of hero.
Yeah, speaking of heroes, Metal Gear Solid Survive.
Yeah, I'm not hearing good things.
Because you're the internet.
People don't know what that is.
So Metal Gear is a very successful franchise.
Everyone knows Metal Gear.
Headed up by Hideo Kojima, friend of the show.
Our one listener.
That's right. Sometimes I listen to Hack the Dino.
Is that you being?
That's my Kojima impression. You like it?
He's that overrated guy.
He's the crap man.
Anyway, he got fired by Konami. And
Started up another company.
And we'll go into that again as we do quite often. But Konami went, well, instead of making all these pachinko machines with all our properties, we're going to make one more Metal Gear, which was Kojima's baby. And the internet's just gone, nah.
Hang on, so he's got nothing to do with it?
No, he got fired, left, bye, see you later. This is, it's got the art director, or the director.
But it won't have the vibe. It won't have that weird ghost technological futuristic.
It won't have
vibe.
Solid Snake climbing up a ladder and then all of a sudden a theme song kicks in. And you have to wait until the entire song's finished and you just climb up a ladder the whole time. It won't have crazy stuff like that. It might have really ham-fisted attempts at it. Well, what it will have is microtransactions.
Ooh, delicious. You can buy pachinko balls.
You'll also have the opportunity, because you have no choice, to be online all the time. You can't play this not online.
The games do that are dumb.
You also have the opportunity to farm crystals because, from what I've heard from other actual journalists...
Metal Gear game.
Yeah, so it's survival. It's a survival game. You have to eat and drink to keep your health and stamina up.
Survivor, I thought it was like a zombie apocalypse.
Well, no, that's part of it. There's some kind of zombie and they've got red gems in their heads and they come after you. But you have to farm these red gems and you get them from enemies.
It's like a Steven Universe crossover.
Oh, sure. But the hitboxes are created in such a way that you can stand like on a table and the zombies can't get you and you can just sit there chipping away and they respawn.
And their jewels.
Yeah, and just get their jewels.
So it's broken.
And then you run the jewels.
You run the jewel.
Whatever. So that'll be one to look out for. New rumours of another 2D Metroid on the way. Nintendo making up for lost time.
What about 2D?
2D.
Yeah,
another
good.
2D one coming
I
along.
love a good 2D game. So I got the new Mario Odyssey because I heard it's got bits of 2D in it.
Yeah, that's cool. Those levels are cool.
Like, yeah.
Have you finished Mario Odyssey yet?
No, I just collect the moon here or there, turn it off.
That's what I was saying was perfect about it with Dan. Like you can sit there and go play for 5 minutes, go, I'm done.
It suits me for those times I'm not doing real gaming.
the internet.
The Nintendo carts, don't they taste bad?
Yeah, they do taste bad. Yes.
I bought one today.
Yeah.
Wait up, I'm going to get it.
You're going to taste it.
I'm going to leave the podcast for a sec.
Alright, so we'll continue. New Fable game coming out for Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox finally going, hang on, we need first party games.
Yeah.
And the B team of Forza Horizon is going to be doing it. So that's something to look forward to. I dare say it's in very early development because they said they took their spark of interest from Horizon Zero Dawn. So that only dropped at the start of last year, so they cannot be too far into that one. Alright, before we go into it, yep, come on.
There's a song in here. Look at...
Yeah,
no,
jump up in the air.
On the inside of...
Jump up, don't be scared.
On the inside, there's lyrics to a song. Is that Princess Peach?
No, that's Pauline from Donkey Kong. And she's the mayor of New Donk City.
Here we go, off the rails. Don't you know we're going to raise our sails? Anyhow, so apparently this tastes bad.
Yep.
And this is because...
They don't want kids to swallow it because they're quite small.
Just lick it.
Just lick it. Don't be...
Oh. It tastes like, like penicillin or something. Like, when you lick a Panadol.
I'm going to try that when I get home.
Yeah, can't wait.
I reckon,
it's going to get all the games and shove
it
them in
is
mouth.
like a penicillin, like...
Yeah, it probably is. You should probably keep licking it so you're not sick anymore.
Oh.
Just every couple of minutes.
Yeah. It's like that bitter bile taste.
Good. Because bile. It's usually what I've got.
Now I know that you're not allowed to lick it. I should go back for more.
You're allowed.
Hey, there's a really cool Kickstarter out at the moment called the NES Maker. You look it up on Kickstarter. I don't have the address because that would mean I'm prepared. As it is, I've left the questions from the viewers back in my car, so I'm going to have to try and remember that. You basically make the graphics, create the graphics of the characters you want, and then there's a drag and drop system to make your own NES game, and then you can export it to via flash drive or something. I don't know how computers work. But yeah, you can get it on a cart and put that in your NES, and play your very own game that you've created. And I think it's about $88, perhaps. Maybe that's US, to get the thing when it's done on Kickstarter. So look that up. It sounds awesome. And then send us your games, because I am always up for 8-bit awesomeness.
Yeah, I'll play anything.
Well, we know.
Eat them and beat them.
Yeah. You played Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good game. All right, 2 quick little bits before we go on to some listener questions. I won't get the names exactly right. I'll probably look them up on my mobile while you're doing stuff. Ubisoft is sending out surveys for the Switch because Rabbids has been a tremendous success for them.
It has been a hit?
I got that.
Huge.
Yeah. I got that when I got my Switch, and I traded it in the next day because it's terrible.
Oh, I should have bought it off you.
But you don't like XCOM or anything, do you?
XCOM's okay, but I just have no interest in Mario, really.
No?
Yeah, Mario...
I kind of wish Mario Odyssey was some other little raccoony character or something instead of him.
Well, you can be a raccoon.
Because there's nothing I hate more than when you get a multi-moon and he does that stupid flying dance thing. I hate it.
That was pretty good.
Because he celebrates. You hate anything that
I
celebrates.
I hate it when he celebrates.
But he did it so well.
Why can't he just be miserable like everyone else?
When are they going to do a dark and gloomy, gritty Mario?
Why can't he hate life?
He's got a plumber with a wrench.
Just don't be Mario.
Why doesn't he just wear black all the time?
Well, why can't we have a game where you
spit everywhere?
Play as Bowser? And like you go around smashing cities and kill Mario and...
What? Wow!
Anyway.
You seeing someone about all this?
This Mario hate?
Just this general disdain.
I wouldn't mind a game where you play as Bowser, though, and you smash up stuff.
Yeah?
Kidnap princesses.
Yeah.
Put them in dungeons that are unescapable.
I'm Bowser.
Then he's like this stalling because he has looked up the questions this week.
Well, you could talk. You could talk and save me.
I can't talk because I've licked this thing now.
All right.
And I'm like, would you like me to look it up?
So, other surveys did go out, and yeah, if you could, actually. Here you go. Oh, no, don't worry about it. I know what they said. If I don't remember your name, Matthew, sorry.
Matthew McConaughey.
I've got one of them. One of the Nintendo surveys that went out recently asked, very last question, you guys, would you like a Pokemans on the Switch this year? Maybe? So that was in the survey, so don't know what that point is.
I actually got a Nintendo survey emailed to me the other day, like part of my, when I got the Switch.
Yep.
And I thought, I'll do this.
Yep.
And there were all these weird, questions, what is your favourite character on Nintendo? And it was like Mario, Donkey Kong, and all that. But then I got to one is like, what other consoles, consoles do you own? And there was like everything on there. There was like Wii, Nintendo Wii, PC. But there was just no Mario, there was no PlayStation or Xbox on there?
No, they know where they are. They know you've got at least one of them as well.
Yeah, but you'd think like, they had PC on there.
Yeah. And
they had like something else. It was just such a weird, like, non-finished list. And like, you'd think they'd still want the data to know the percentage of people who are doing the survey that also own the PlayStation.
Pretty sure they can look at the data that Xbox and PlayStation spout quite regularly and go, okay, so PlayStation 4 has, 20 million consoles out in the wild? They're doing pretty well. I reckon they can. Well, Nintendo's always been about, they know they're never going to be the primary console. Nintendo knows that they are the secondary console to those other two. Mind you, if Xbox keeps going the way they did last year, they may well be number 2. All right, reader questions that I don't really have. First one comes from Instagram, @HackTheDino, if you want to follow us there. Creep. From Jordan_Sci, SCI. Now, Jordan asked, he's from the United States, by the way. Hello, United States listeners. There's actually more of you who listen and watch this than there is in Australia, so Australia, lift your game. He wants to know, he's got a 3DS, but he's actually torn about whether to get a PS4, a new 3DS, or a Switch.
Switch.
Switch? Why are you saying Switch?
Because he had a DS, if he enjoyed that.
Yep.
Oh, PS4 is pretty good, though.
Well, for me, it comes down to how much.
He?
I don't know. Let's say 25. You're a strapping lad,
Well,
Jordan.
if he's young, I'd say go for the Switch. If he's old, go for the PlayStation. And does he own a Blu-ray player? If he doesn't own a Blu-ray player, get a PlayStation.
But Blu-ray's on the way out anyway.
That is true.
Harry?
don't like Nintendo much.
Right.
Like PlayStation?
So I would say a PlayStation, which is the best console in the universe.
Right. How many Nintendo systems have you owned?
All of them.
Right. But you keep buying them, even though you don't like them.
Because I like video game stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
But you buy them and then complain about them all the time?
Yeah.
Right.
Just like a true fan.
Yeah. The internet!
Hey, I actually own it, so now I can legitimately complain about it.
As opposed to just being one of those fake haters.
Exactly. But I'm not buying a Labo to complain about it.
Why not? He's got that cool cloak.
$99 for 4 pieces of box?
You could probably download the patterns and just cut them out yourself.
That's what I said. That
So-
eventually you'll be able to just print them onto cardboard and cut them out.
Do we want to make a bet that, like, the cardboard backpacks are actually just the box that the thing comes in?
You just unfold the box.
Unfold it, it's just an empty box. I've actually bought empty boxes.
Yeah, you buy empty boxes all the time.
The the re-releases of Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. They've released in the UK and US boxed versions of the game, so they've re-released the boxes, but there's only just a download code inside. So I'm paying $9 for an empty box because I have all the Pokemon games and I have big problems. Anyway, read the questions very quickly. Hang on, no, we're there. Where are my pants?
That is weird.
You'll have your
You're
eye
not
out.
wearing pants. Just
Matthew.
like a professional news team, not wearing pants.
I've forgotten your last name, Matthew. I'm very sorry. Ask a question next week and I'll get it right. I had it printed out in my car and I just forgot about it. But he wants to know, in all the video games and comics and whatnot, if you could reboot a character, which character would it be?
Like a character's not rebooted.
Oh, just even if they have been. Which character would you want to reboot?
It's a hard one. I haven't really thought about this.
Yeah?
So,
Harry, any ideas? Why, Dan?
Vigilante!
Yes! Yeah.
Love Vigilante.
Talk about Vigilante very, very quickly. Very quickly.
I just, for some reason out of nowhere the other day, I just had this random memory of the first comic I ever read that I was like, oh, comics are cool. And it was Vigilante. So I went and downloaded that whatever it is, the thing of multiple comics of him.
Comixology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I'd reboot Vigilante. I reckon he's...
What's his whole
Is this
shtick?
game
What's his
characters or just...
No, it's
Comic.
any.
Oh,
so
I thought
obviously
you
he
had
was
to do game.
Whatever.
Adrian Chase, the district attorney who his family gets killed and he gets blown up and somehow is really good with guns and fighting. It hasn't explained how he's good at that.
He's probably an ex-Navy SEAL.
And then became district attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he wears that cool suit with the visor with the red in it and kills bad guys. And
Right.
Vigilante.
So
but modernise him.
I reckon they should bring back Roger Rabbit.
Yeah?
That was a great film.
But why would you reboot him?
Because they have not making anything else of him. He was such a great idea and they made one film.
Yeah, there was a sequel written.
Yeah, but how good was it?
The sequel took place during World War II. There were like Nazis in it. And I
Would've
think the
been
Nazis
so
were
good.
pigs. I believe, they were cartoon pigs. Nazi cartoon pigs.
I'd watch that.
But they were
So,
cool.
and the first one was gritty as anything.
Oh, it was a proper noir film. Yeah, it was great.
Weasels.
I would say, and Christopher Lloyd, who talked just like this!
Yuck, stop
Man, my levels. That freaked me out as a kid.
Good.
Yeah, it's Christopher Lloyd. Seen Roger Rabbit, Braden?
Yes, I have. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's great.
You have to turn in your millennial card.
I still love that film.
Yeah? No,
I
it's a
know
great
all the
film.
mistakes.
I want to see a new Captain Planet, as most of the other
He is
ones
my
do.
hero.
Yeah, he's going to take pollution down to zero.
I still like that show.
Cool show. I reckon it'd be as corny as the Ninja Turtles cartoon now if we ever watched it, because they just try to ham fist the old don't pollute message.
And the group of kids that were hanging out from every minority group.
Yeah, he had what was the redhead? He was a
Wheeler.
With
the
power
of
fire.
And heart.
Kwame was earth, fire, wind.
Were they friends when they weren't being Captain
They were
Planet?
by the end of the pilot. They probably had
They
some.
had to be friends.
Yeah, there was whatever. But see, that's one thing I never understood watching it. I assumed they still had their powers once they summoned Captain Planet. And it wasn't until later on I realised, no, they summon and the power goes out of their ring and forms Captain Planet, and then they're just 5 kids just hanging around watching what's going on.
Better hide.
It's like, well, why don't you just do that from the start?
Why doesn't Captain Planet just pull the rings off you and have them, and then?
Well, why don't they
go
just
back
permanently
in?
have Captain Planet? Just,
Yeah.
you go, pshoo. Cheers, dude. I'll be over here in my fish and chip shop, making
planets.
Fish. Don't worry though, we caught them humanely with dynamite. I didn't feel a thing, because their fins went over that way. So that's who we'd reboot. Thank you for your question. If you'd like to ask us a question about anything in the history of ever, drop us a line at hackthedino.com. There's a little email button, or on the Facebook, where some of you may be watching this, or over on our Instagram. We're very, very open to any kind of questions.
About anything.
Open. Yeah, we're experts here, especially Harry.
Ask us about the weather,
Yep.
or wrestling,
Cumulus clouds.
or my trophy.
Yeah, your trophy. We'll get to your trophy in a minute.
Trophy.
Do you know Dan won Dan versus the World last year?
Really?
Yeah. I know. Didn't you wipe the floor with it?
Yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you obliterated him.
I got my points back.
He did.
Purposely got on some dumb guests.
Hey Dan, you know all these really, really cool figures we got here?
Yep.
Just at the front of our table. For those of you listening to the podcast, we got awesome figures from a variety of collections, but most of them come from King Kaiju.
Collectables.
King Kaiju Collectables. He's based in Adelaide. He's got a couple of spiffy-looking cabinets in Greenlight Comics.
Yeah. We can
Very,
buy.
very popular with people.
It is very popular.
Yeah.
He sells. He sells like nostalgic toys, like,
Yep.
like real like from the 80s and stuff like that.
And a lot of stuff from Japan, a lot of Kaiju. If you're a Godzilla fan and Ultraman fan, I love Ultraman.
Very Kaiju. And he's also got a lot of retro video games in there.
And a lot of hard to find retro video games as well. We've got that gold Nintendo 64 from Japan there. There's a two-tone gold Nintendo 64 there. There's Metal Gear in there. There's Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in there. There's old Nintendo systems in there. So you guys should come on down to Greenlight Comics or find him on Instagram or on Facebook, much like you can Hack the Dino.
On the street.
On the street, just go up to him. Hey, King Kaiju, you'll know he's a big guy. He throws buildings into buildings and plays the soccer ball with them. So King Kaiju, come and buy his stuff because he's great.
Beautiful man.
Thanks. Oh, that wasn't for me. Let's talk about some Marvel news. Comics. Now, you mentioned before that you have some insider knowledge about the sales chart.
Oh, no, you say what your sales chart.
Oh, it's not much. I did put
mine was mine's more like market shares.
Yeah, well, this is basically what mine is.
Exciting.
No, it's in the market. You know what they call it.
And in December, Marvel rose by 2.3%.
Yeah, it's boring like that.
Because you turned British for some reason.
Like ABC Radio in the mornings about comics.
Marvel was the top publisher in 2017, with Legacy the number one selling comic. Yeah, it was a good comic, but the number one, we spent a lot of time last year discussing Marvel and their pros and cons. It really surprises me that we were able to have the number one best-selling comic of the year. DC, however, got more money. DC topped the sales charts, whereas Marvel topped the number one charts. I don't know. How does that work? Dan, take over.
We also got the sales for the graphic novels as well. So the top 10 graphic novels of 2017, sales-wise.
Image. 8
of them were Image.
Yeah.
8.
Saga, number one.
1 was DC and 1 was Dark Horse. No Marvel.
Wow, what was the DC one?
It was like, I think it was the Batman All-Star Batman. It was either All-Star Batman or Batman the Tom King one.
Okay.
I can't remember which Batman it was. I can't remember what Dark Horse book it was. But yeah, so there was 8 of them were Saga. I mean, 8 of them were Image. A bunch of them were Sagas and just all sorts of like just Image titles. And I'm like, that just... But then you look in the comics, where Legacy was the top number one.
Yep.
There's DC, Marvel.
So are Marvel fans, like, is it just the traditional fans continuing to buy floppies?
Eventually all the Marvel fans are going to die.
What? Spoiler?
No, because like they're still the old school dudes that aren't buying the trades, and obviously that. So Marvel's still surviving with issues. All the other Images surviving with trades.
Right.
I assume.
What do you read, Harry? You read digital, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you read Image?
When I read.
Yeah, when you read. What company do you read?
Bit of DC, or bit of Marvel. I don't. It's pretty much the mainstay as well.
But as someone who enjoys comics and enjoys reading comics, if you had to buy one now, would you pick up a single issue or would you pick up a collection of issues?
Collection.
even though the story may be more advanced in the singles?
I like picking everything. Like when I was a kid, I didn't mind getting one, waiting till next week or whatever.
Or
getting
missing
the next
one and just reading it
whereas
next.
now, I just want to wait and just get it all together.
And just get it in a hit.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it's all headed. Like Marvel, I think frantically going, no, singles, floppies. I just don't think the market's there
Those
anymore.
numbers that they used to, well, they're still attached to those numbers that they used to sell in when Image first started.
Yeah.
Like back then, whatever those years were, they were selling in the millions per issue. They're
Yep.
selling in the hundreds, thousands nowadays.
Millions per issues, but that was also before the bust, where they had variant covers with laser diamond eyes cut out from.
But I still
the
think these
tiers
people are
of dwarf
still
stars.
grabbing onto that time and going like, oh, I want to get back in, that time. I want to get back to that time when, we were selling the millions of issues and that was the heyday. I'll just support the issues and I'll keep supporting it. But like most people are just coming in these days, they're just like, oh, I heard comics, I heard they're great. I just want to read a book. I just want to read it I want to put it on my bookshelf when I'm finished.
Do you mean to say that grown adults want to relive the glory days, even though there's no chance of it ever coming again, and will speak out vocally because what they wanted isn't the same as what it is now? The internet!
Ladies and gentlemen.
That makes me think of Last Jedi and how much I hated it.
The internet! It's been revealed that Brian Michael Bendis will make his writing debut for DC in a backup story in Action Comics 1000. And you couldn't have timed that better, could you?
No.
Bendis, who's just come out of a lot of medical stuff where he could have passed away. It was really serious, and he lost a lot of weight. But thankfully, he's finishing up his Marvel stuff now. Apparently, he's written his last Miles Morales stories. He's just finishing up Iron Man, and he's shooting off to DC for Action Comics 1000. So I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to read it. I've been a Marvel reader my entire life, and Image and Dark Horse, never really DC, because the characters just didn't grab me. Superman's... Who cares?
But you got to watch out, because there is a release of, it's called Action 1000 hardcover that's coming out,
Right.
but it doesn't have Action 1000 in it. It's
What?
all the lead-in issues over the years of, important issues
Right.
to leading up to 1000. And they've called it Action 1000 hardcover. So all these customers are like, I want to get the Action 1000 hardcover. I'm like, you realize it doesn't have action? It comes out before the comic.
So you're taking a hit in your profits to make sure your readers and customers are well informed. Unlike, say, DC, who are just trying to make a cheap buck.
Well, yeah, it's like... And it's been changing its price as well. It keeps getting... Yeah, Marvel's like... First it was like...
Marvel?
I mean, DC. DC. First it was solicited at a certain price, then it doubled, and it got re-solicited at a double price, and then it got solicited again for the third time at the original price.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, I don't know what they're doing. Well, they don't know what they're doing. But, yeah. So, if you're out there and you want to buy the Action 1000 hardcover, it will not have Action 1000 in it. Just
No.
Be aware of that.
But while you're buying that, or having a look into it, or yelling at your comic book store owner because they gave you the wrong stuff,
Bum steer.
you may want to pick up another comic. Dan.
Oh, you want to talk about my comic?
Yeah, sure.
So I've bought this in today, which is called Fire Punch.
You bought it in?
Oh, I bought it in from about a metre away.
Just there.
Yeah, it was,
That's the
over
stand.
there.
It's literally within arm's reach.
1 metre away.
It's right there.
So I bought this one in from the shelf. It's called Fire Punch. I don't know where I should hold this up.
Hold it up.
For anyone.
So the people can see it.
The people at home, it's a manga by Viz Media.
Yep.
It's called Fire Punch.
Yep.
And basically it's about a... It's the most brutal thing that I'd ever read. I actually had to stop reading it today because I felt too bad when I was reading it.
Right.
The premise of the story, let's quickly just lay down. So this isn't a spoiler of what happens in the novel. This is just at the start. Basically, the world, everyone has developed these powers, and they're called the Blessed, as in like X-Men, like powers of whatever kind of vibe. And this one called the Ice Queen or something like that has brought an ice age come in over the whole city, over the whole world. And so everyone's starving, and the main character is a guy, and his blessed power is he can regenerate really quickly.
Did I say bless you?
No. But so he is now chopping off his limbs to feed all the poor people around because he can just regenerate his limbs quick. It still hurts him and he bleeds. Yeah. So he's going around giving his arms to people.
When he does he go up to them and just go, look, just be careful of the hand that feeds you?
No. And so that straight away, that's in the only couple of pages. That was pretty grim. But then...
You know, it would make it less grim.
What?
Awesome puns like that.
No. So what happens is this other guy comes along who has this, his blessed power is he can set you on fire with flames that burn until what they're burning on is extinguished. So when he gets caught on fire, this guy who regenerates, he's constantly on fire forever. Because he just keeps being on fire, then regenerating, and on fire. And within the story, he for 8 years, he's caught on fire. And within that 8 years, he learns how to control his power a bit more of regeneration.
He wouldn't want to break wind.
No. And he learns how to push it off of his face and kind of control this fire power. So he's a burning man constantly in agony, walking around, regenerating constantly. And the whole aim of the book is to find the guy that set him on fire and fire punch him to death.
Yeah!
So does he keep feeding people and they're like...
Oh, no, he stops feeding. He obviously stops feeding. For the first year, it says he just rolls around in agony on the ground.
Wow. And you know what? Spoiler, when he finally does catch up with the guy and he punches him and kills him, before he does it, he goes, oh yeah? Well, you're unemployed! Punches him.
It's pretty good, though, that the first time he does use his power in the book...
You're unemployed.
It's just a picture of him punching through the guy and just it's a double-page spread, and it just says "Fire Punch" across the whole page. I'm like, this is so good, but so grim. It reminded me of the grimness of Attack on Titan.
Yep.
But it actually, I only read I'm only up a quarter of the way in, and it's already so much more grim than Attack on Titan. And there's also bits in here that I cannot even talk about, like on a thing. There's some themes in here that it goes into that I'm just like. You're just going to have to read this.
So how much is that bad boy at Greenlight Comics?
Fire Punch for Volume 1 is $20.78.
What else are you going to do with that $20.78? You're going to buy a 3/4 of a Big Mac? You're not. For that money, you probably get 4 of them, but that's not the point. You want to get a comic.
You could buy an espresso martini.
No, you can't. You can't. Right.
Why would you want to do that when you could buy this stellar story?
So guess what? It's time for Dan vs. the World, the very first one for 2018.
Oh, is this like, do I have to do stuff?
Yeah, you have to guess what's going on in the game thing.
Okay.
So I'll explain the rules, get the trophy so the people can see what they're playing for. Dan won this last year. The world is reeling because Dan McGuinness is the champion of Dan vs. the World. So I've got 3 songs from video game history. I'll play the first 5 seconds of the first song. You each have 5 questions to ask, starting with you, Harry, then going to Dan, then back to Harry, until all 5 are used.
I'm the champion.
Then Harry has the opportunity to guess where that song came from, or where that music came from. If he guesses, the world gets a point. Guesses correctly. I should probably throw that one in there as well.
I hate the world.
If you guess correctly, the world gets a point. If you do not, it goes over to Dan. If Dan guesses correctly, Dan gets the point.
I think you love the world because you did so well in it last time.
If neither of you can guess it, it's a tie. It's a draw. It's game over, baby. Not really, because I've got 3 more songs.
And this could be any era, any genre, any
anything
console.
at all. Any console, anything like that. So you got 5 questions, but you also have to be careful you don't ask a question which may give the person who has the next guess the actual answer. Right, we ready for the first one?
Yep.
Here we go. Song number 1. Okay, number 1. Harry, first question.
Narrow it down, man.
Is it a NES game?
It is.
Oh, that takes those on a NES.
But this
version
wasn't on the NES. But it was a NES game.
Originally, it was on the NES. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it was on the NES.
It was on the NES at some stage.
Okay, my question.
Yeah.
What genre of game is it?
It is a side-scrolling punchy face.
Side-scrolling punchy face.
Yes.
Right.
Harry, question number 2.
Does it matter if I get it wrong? Like, does that just count as a question?
Well, if you guess and get it wrong, Dan gets the point.
Oh.
So you probably don't want to do that.
Okay.
And use up your questions.
Right. Is it a well-known franchise?
Yes, very well known. Dan, question number 2.
What is the main character? If there is a main character.
It's a guy. Main character is a guy or two.
You can ask the cryptic hints as well.
I'll just guess. Is it Double Dragon?
Yep.
Oh,
Harry coming away with the win for the world.
that's not a side scroller.
Yes, it is.
It's an isometric, like
Oh,
side
it's a
scroller is like that. That was like
Well.
that's just a beat 'em up.
Did Harry guess it?
Yeah, it did.
Then I was right. Shut up. Okay, here we go. Song number 2. You're the champion. You need a handicap. Ready? Here we go. There you go. Harry, question number 1.
Was it on SNES?
Yes, it was.
Can you see it? Can you see his computer?
No.
You can tell by the music what.
He actually
I
played games.
I wasn't listening to it. What was your question?
Was it on SNES?
I said yes. So yeah, what kind of genre game is it?
It's a top-down Zelda-esque type thing.
Adventure?
Sure.
Oh.
Top
Oh,
down.
no, not an adventure. No, sort of a discovery puzzle quest.
Say the genre.
I don't know, puzzle thing.
Puzzle.
It's a puzzler. Puzzling, but you're
Top-down.
a puzzler. You walk around and you puzzle things, but there's other guys who might want to eat you, that you puzzle on. It's quite puzzling. Let's not forget, I completely screwed up the Metal Gear question last week, alright? So,
Yeah, that was
take it with a grain of salt.
It's on the SNES and it was a top-down puzzler.
adventure puzzle.
Right. Was it a well-known franchise? So it wasn't.
No. Had a sequel, but it wasn't well known. Sequel. It hasn't continued on from then. Dan, question number 2.
What about what publisher brought it out?
Oh, just shut up.
I know, he never knows.
Alright. THQ Nordic.
That's not true.
Oh, it's not.
Maybe it's asking another question.
Yeah, I won't ask that one. That was just...
Yeah, I don't know what stumping me gets you. Well, I'll trick him and show how much knowledge he doesn't know. So, oh, okay, I know the answer.
Give me a cryptic hint.
Or
Or a hint.
a hint.
It's not cryptic.
You're going to be a very lonely person after this title happens. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus, I don't know. And then SNES. So we've got a SNES puzzler.
Yep.
Puzzler adventure. Where we're lonely playing it.
Well,
Very
no,
lonely.
you'll be lonely playing it.
You'll be lonely. Yeah, so yeah.
If the title's any indication.
Yeah. So,
Harry, question number 3. The look of disdain.
What sort of theme was it? Was it like sci-fi, scary, fantasy?
I'd say comedic horror. So it's horror, but only in its like the things that are there.
Got it.
You got it?
I know what it is.
Sweet.
really? Comedic horror? That gave it away.
Well, hang on. I could be jumping ahead here.
You
but-
could be. I would,
SNES.
just personally, I would wait until your free hint comes after the 5th question.
Okay.
If you're not 100%
Give
sure.
me another hint.
Another hint?
Yeah. If he knows it, you might as well give me a hint. Give me a hint.
No, but I don't want you to guess it. Because I'm biased. Another hint. Alright. There are the alphabet
Yeah.
contains the last letter and the first letter of the alphabet.
What? So it's got a word and letter in it.
Yeah, it's got some letters in it.
It's not a hint.
Yes, it is. It's cryptic. It's up to you to
Makes
work out
perfect
what it
sense
is.
to me. Because I know what it is.
Harry, would you like to guess?
Is it Zombies Ate My Name?
Yes, it is. Zombies Ate My Neighbours.
What's the alphabet got to do with it?
Zombies.
It's got a Z and an
Got a
A.
Z in it. And
Oh, okay.
8 starts with an A. So, after round 2, the world is at 2, and Dan's at 0.
I thought that was only on Mega Drive. I don't know, Mega Drive.
Oh, it was on SNES.
It was on SNES. Alright, here we go. Last song. Alrighty. Harry. Question number 1.
Go. Ask away.
Which, I'll be a bit more vague here, which generation of console was it on?
It was the Super Nintendo, PlayStation, original Xbox generation.
Super Nintendo?
Oh, sorry, GameCube.
GameCube,
yeah.
Just skip the GameCube. Alright, so, as in, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Like, originally just
Well, it's
came out
on one of those consoles, isn't it? Or arcade.
What genre game is it?
It's a shoot 'em up. Shooting. Shoot. Bang, bang. Cactus Jack.
The shoot 'em up,
shoot 'em up, so not an FPS.
No.
Is the shoot 'em up like Raiden?
No.
What's that called?
That's a shmup. But
Side-scrolling shooter?
no, Raiden's overhead. No.
Oh, overhead.
There's another question you can ask to
No.
make it clear. But that's up to you. Harry.
Shoot 'em up.
Shmup. It's a shooting game. There's shooting involved. You shoot things, and it's not Seaman.
Shoot.
Did you just get my joke? Good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Harry.
Is it a well-known franchise?
It was. It's redundant now, but it was very well known. Had a couple of sequels, so I'd say it's a franchise. Franchise span across generations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yes. Yeah, it was.
What, give us a hint. Another hint.
Alright.
I don't know.
There's no point in asking me for any more questions. There you go, that's your hint.
I know what it is.
Harry.
Ah.
Oh, no.
I was hoping for a clean sweep.
Well, I might not know it. I'm just going to say it. So you might win still.
Default.
Yeah. Yeah, struggling here.
You can ask for 5 more seconds. That might...
Good.
Oh, I can ask for a 2 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have one of those, please.
Alright,
But you know that.
so at the moment you're drawing a blank.
Oh, okay.
I think it's point blank.
It is.
Beginners!
Dan gets one. So at the end of our very first 2018 round of Dan versus the World, where the world tries to recapture the cup of infinite knowledge, Dan's on 1 and the world is ahead on 2.
I will catch up, don't you worry about that.
Now, if you did, may have noticed watching our Facebook feed, it did drop out there throughout that entire segment, but you can go to youtube.com/hackthedino.
At some stage.
Well, probably by next Friday. Am I right there, Brandon? Yeah. The whole show's going to be up there. It's all going to be nicely edited together. It's going to melt your eyeballs, so...
Come in here, Braden, so people can look at your head.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon we should bring him in.
Okay, quickly, though, because it's taking
That's
up
our
my head.
millennial that we've...
Alright, that's enough. No, that's enough. Get back behind the camera, monkey. We've been Hack the Dino. Our loving, welcoming Hack the Dino. You can catch us at hackthedino.com or on all the social things at Hack the Dino. Dan, what do you want to plug?
You can come see me at Greenlight Comics at 18 Stevens Place, which is where we're filming now.
Yeah,
See
check it out. Like the new backdrop? It's a real comic store. This is real. Look at that. That's a real book.
That's my hologram book.
That's a table. Look over here. That's an actual sign.
You can all that you can hear in the background.
That's actual talking.
Nerds
in their natural environment. Now, if we listen closely, we might actually hear the male display his predominance over the comic book shop owner.
No.
That's right. He's talking about some super guy with a cape. Harry,
flat joke.
what do you want to talk about? Plug.
Well, hopefully you're listening or watching this now somehow.
Yeah.
And not in a week's time after the wrestling. So
But
tomorrow
we'll have the
night...
next show coming up. And this will be out Saturday morning, so people can...
You can episode the wrestling group.
The wrestling, Wrestle Rampage.
Yeah.
Look them up, WrestleRampage.com. Best pro wrestling in the world.
You can see Harry there. He's going to be wearing...
It's good.
Are you wearing your special thing this show?
My special...
Your flame
I
tarts?
will be wearing my special thing. No,
Oh, really? It's arrived?
No.
Oh.
I've joined a new group and I now wear a cape.
Yeah.
You've got to watch
He's
out
got
for
a
that.
cape.
I've learned anything from the Invincible.
And I'll be there providing
Incredible.
the hottest words describing what you're seeing while two men roll around in a mat. Baby.
Done.
We've been Hack the Dino. Dan's gone. I think Harry's going as well. It's just me. What's up? Well, welcome to the Ben Show. This is Hack the Ben. I like to bring you all the news. All the news about this guy. He's a big yellow man. And he walks on his fours and he has Usagi Yojimbo riding on him like a horsey. But he's got spikes. And the spikes may provide some either discomfort or help get the poop balls that are stuck on the rabbit's behind because he's got fur and there's no toilet paper in the wild. Except for Usagi Yojimbo. We've been Hack the Dino. This is the Ben Show. You can listen later. Bye.